Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update. Just a week and the Jaguars will be on the field. Actually, quarterbacks and rookies report on Monday, and then the veterans on Thursday, and then this coming Friday, the Jaguars will be in camp and practicing. 9:55 in the morning is the first practice on Friday, and if you are a season ticket holder, you can go at Jaguars.com. The rest of the next 10 are also open to the general public, but you have to register. So what are we looking for? Well, we're going to look for some camp battles and to see exactly which veterans can keep their jobs and which guys they brought in to really replace them. You know, it seems like the only position that is set, which is strange for a 3-win team, is quarterback. And Blake Bortles looks significantly better, and certainly the Jaguars will go as far as he can probably take them. But, you know, is Marquise Lee going to be healthy and have his head in the game enough? Allen Robinson certainly looked good in OTAs and minicamp. Is he going to be able to stay healthy? What does Julius Thomas do for Mercedes Lewis and vice versa? And what do they both do for Blake Bortles? What happens on the offensive line? Does Luke Joeckel make that quantum leap that you hope he does in basically his second year? Is Zane Beadles going to show the kind of promise that he did when they signed him as a free agent? Who's going to win that center battle, Blanco or Wisniewski? Lindner will make a big jump again as a second-year player, and Eddie Parnell will be the starting right tackle. As far as defense goes, Jared Oldrick will be absolutely a linchpin to what the Jaguars are trying to do. But without Dante Fowler, who's going to win that Leo position? I mean, even a guy like Ryan Davis has a shot. And certainly you hope that Andre Branch and Chris Clemens continue to play well. Clemens in his 13th year in the league. Middle linebacker is set. The other linebacker is set. Lots of battles out there in the defensive backfield. And you certainly hope that Jonathan Cyprien kind of fulfills that promise that the Jaguars thought he had as a second-round pick a couple of years ago. So still a lot of questions, but you know, I think the Jaguar administration, the coaches, the fans, everybody's kind of hoping that they take that big move forward this year, but none of that will kind of start to bear fruit until September 13th when they open here against the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, the Armada broke all kinds of streaks last week, the non-losing streak for the Cosmos and the non-scoring streak that they had. And while they have the week off, they seem to have kind of maybe found their footing, where they were up 1-0 and they decided that was good enough, and that's how they won the game. They didn't have to go out and win the game 4-0. So I think that's important. The Suns don't look like they're going to be competitive, but boy, they're a fun team to watch because either they're getting blown out or they're just doing all kinds of wild things in the field, and they've got some homestands coming up here in August before the call-ups happen in September. And don't forget the Sharks look like they're headed to the playoffs. Big game against the Storm coming up Saturday night. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update.